back. We missed you.
Hey everybody, today I'll be reviewing The Matrix 6-inch Agent Smith by N2 Toys from 1999. I picked this up on Amazon for $14.99 plus shipping. As of this date, that would be considered a good average base price, more or less, but always keep in mind prices will fluctuate and vary. Time to open it up. This figure is just over 6 inches tall. Articulation, you get leg up and down, no waist movement, arms up and down, and elbows, no wrist movement, and a little bit of head movement. As far as his appearance goes, well, I'll let you be the judge of that. I personally think the head sculpt could have been done a little bit better. Even though this figure's from 1999, you gotta cut a little bit of slack. I think it could have been done a little bit better. But depending on which angle you look at it from, it kinda maybe does resemble Agent Smith himself. His structure is a little odd. His posture seems to be at a back stance, so sometimes you might have a problem getting him to stand properly. And also I wanted to note that his articulation in his elbows is a little awkward too. You'll notice like one arm goes up more than the other. It's kind of odd the way they did that type of articulation. The suit is hard plastic, but it is semi-flexible. And I am surprised that they did get the earpiece in there, and they got the clip on the necktie there, and his boots, belt, and sunglasses are like a shiny black paint. Alright, weapons. You will get, I guess this is a M14 or M16. Sorry, I'm no weapons expert, but why do you get this? I mean, you don't see any agents with this type of gun. Yeah. And you will also get a army knife. Again, why do you get this? The only time you see Agent Smith with a knife is when he goes from a granny to an agent and throws a kitchen knife at the door trying to hit Neo. I guess they threw in all these weapons because every other action figure from this line comes with these kind of weapons. And then finally you'll get his infamous, this is a 50 caliber Desert Eagle. I was able to Google that fact, that is what Agent Smith used. Once you get his Desert Eagle in his hand, it just doesn't look believable to me. It's a real shame that this figure didn't have any waist articulation, because then you could, swivel his body around to make his firing pose a little more realistic. But his arm is just way too far out to, have that kind of effect. His M16 fits in his hand just fine, but why would you want to have him use that? And also just a note, the combat knife does not really fit in his hand, either one at all. I think this should have been a Men in Black figure. Maybe you could pass as a very young Tommy Lee Jones or some kind of generic Men in Black. I could go on and on about the pros and cons of this figure. For example, the color of the suit itself is also debatable. In the first film, you see it's kind of like greenish or a hint of green, but it could have been like the video filter that they used for the movie. And then for Reload and Revolutions, it's pretty much black or very dark gray. Also, the skin tone's too pale, the color of the hair is wrong, etc., etc. And then there's the articulation. Of course, this figure doesn't offer that much, and I would just love a super articulated Agent Smith to do a little stop motion skit. Apparently, there was a 12-inch N2 Toys Agent Smith released. Very odd though, because I've been searching for 2 years for that figure, and I've never seen it. I've only seen the ACI Toys version. It took a lot of Googling, but I did find it on Entertainment Earth, and I was astounded. I even called them to verify that it was actually real and it was once actually released. They told me it was, but I still to this day don't know what to think of it. But I would much rather have that instead of this little 6-inch figure. So anyway, there's my review. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for some still pictures, and also if you like this review, check out my N2 Toys 12-inch Neo review. Could definitely use some ratings. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.